Oh. Oh! She's a squirter! Alright, what's up everybody? So as you guys remember yesterday when I showed you the car, that is how much snow we got in the last like 24 hours. It's ridiculous. So it's a perfect day to tow a car up to the shop. With like a foot of snow on the ground. So pretty much what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be towing up the wagon to the shop, get that there. I call it CAA, which is kind of like AAA in the States, same thing. Called those guys, they're going to come scoop me up, bring me up to the shop. I'm going to meet Mike there at like 1 o'clock. It's now like 12-ish, 11:58 or so. Gonna meet him there for about 1 o'clock. We're gonna hit the junkyard across the street from the shop. He's gotta get some stuff for his E30 and his E46. We got pulled over last night. Surprisingly not drifting, just driving. His headlight was dead, so he got a ticket for that, 110 bucks. So we're gonna go to the junkyard and get him set up so he doesn't get pulled over anymore. And yeah, that should be it. And then we'll start to dive into the wagon, kind of see what's going on with that M54. I got a couple tips and tricks from my buddy Sam, the guy that helped me wire in the V8. He works for BMW, so he kind of has a little bit more of a better insight than I do. So he gave me a few things to kind of try out before I actually yank the motor out, just to make sure 100% that it is actually fucked. And if it's not, then maybe we can kind of save it and I won't have to buy a new engine. And then if we end up having to buy a new engine, well then, that's just what it is, right? You pay to play, so should be all right. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna be doing. And I'll kind of show you guys as much as I can throughout the day about what's going on. And I'll keep you guys in the loop. All right, so we're gonna try and push the car inside the shop now, and hopefully we don't die because there's like 6 feet of snow here, but we'll see what happens. Right there, man, that's good. Holy fuck, we did it. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright, so we finally got the car in the shop. It took absolutely forever because it weighs a fucking 1,000,000 pounds. I couldn't probably have done it without the help of Mike over there, so big thank you to him. We finally got it in and we can actually now kind of dissect it and see kind of what exactly happened, what failed, what we can fix. If we can save it, great. If not, then we'll start pulling it out tonight. So we're gonna dive in right now and I'll show you guys what's up. All right, so right now I'm gonna be trying kind of what my buddy Sam told me to do. I'm gonna take the valve cover off, take out the spark plugs, take out the coil packs. You're a fucking dipshit. All right, so I'm gonna try what my buddy Sam told me to do. I'm gonna take off kind of the top section of the engine, take out all the coil packs, take out all the spark plugs, and then actually physically check each cylinder to see if there's oil in it. He thinks the engine might have been hydro-locked because of the way the CCV system fails. It sucks oil into the engine. So he thinks that there's actually enough oil in there to actually stop the rotation of the engine with the starter. So I'm gonna check that stuff, kind of see what's going on, and that'll give me a pretty decent indication as to whether or not the engine is actually fully gone. So we're gonna try that now, and then I'll kind of show you guys what happens as we go through it. Oh. This one has actual chunks stuck to it.
Yeah, this one's just like the first. Was that prong on that bend?
I don't know if you guys can see that there. But that's like actual like chunks of like garbage stuck to the end of it. Because when the CCV system failed, it just shot all the fucking shit from the tube out. Okay, so pretty much what we're doing is we're using the dipstick and we're actually feeding it into each cylinder to kind of check to see how much oil is in each one. So we just did cylinder number 3, and it's on a pretty good downstroke right now. And sure enough, it's absolutely soaked with oil. If you get the camera's even gonna focus. Come on. There we go, yeah. So as you guys can see, absolutely soaked. That's at least like 1 inch of oil. And it's on full down compression, so we're gonna take all the plugs out, check each one, and then once we're done, we're gonna put a socket on the crank pulley and spin it over and see if the engine will actually crank. And if it does, then we're kinda still in business for the most part. And then we'll see what happens. Yep, sure enough, yet again, another spark plug, just friggin' soaked. This one is like probably the worst one we've seen so far. Like that is just Look at that, that's all oil. Wow.
Oh, and gunk, look at that.
Yeah, all the carbon off the pistons just like stuck to the fucking top of the spark plug. Oh shit. All right, so as you guys can tell, this one has over 2 inches of oil in the combustion chamber, so that's definitely probably kind of what my issue is. I think my buddy Sam might be right with the hydrolock situation. So we're gonna go through, get that last one out, kind of check it, and then we'll spin it by hand, and then we'll see what's happening. It really sucks because there goes my fucking brain to get back. Alright, so I'm going to try and spin the engine over by hand real quick and then kind of see what's going on. Mike's going to film that rear cylinder, the one that we think has the most amount of oil in it, and kind of see what's going on there. If I can spin the engine by hand, that's a pretty good indication that it's not entirely fucked, and we can probably save it and save me a couple bucks. So I'm going to try that now and kind of see what happens, and then we'll kind of go from there. Oh my god, I can hear fucking like exploding. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. That one has like fucking quarts of oil in it, man. Look at it. I can't post this video now because I'm gonna owe Sam 20 bucks. Oh. Oh! She's a squirter! Okay, I gotta go a lot slower. Holy shit. That fucking is shot everywhere. Oh my god. Man, that's like the whole oil pan in there. That's what we're waiting for. Oh! Jesus. Yo, get right in there and show that. That's fucking nasty. The sad part was I did an oil change on this like 2.5 weeks ago. Front one now. Holy shit. Well, Sam was 100% correct.
Which one's next? Oh, there we go.
It's like playing whack-a-mole, man. Oh my god, imagine I went and hit the starter. It would literally like spray everywhere.
You should do it just for the YouTubes.
Should I do it just
do it for the subs?
Should I do it for the subs?
Do it for the subs.
If it turns over, that's a good sign that we have life. Ready?
Yeah. Oh! What? Holy fuck! Yeah, do it again. Oh my god, that is fucked.
Alright, well I guess we found our problem. Alright, so now that we know that there is a shit ton of oil in every single cylinder, I'm going to kind of jerry-rig a little kind of like a vacuum system here, like a one-man bleeder. And pretty much what it is, it's just a shop vac. It's a standard end on it. What I'm going to be doing is we have a piece of 3/16 line going into the cylinder, just rubber hose. This is just a piece of gas line because the rubber hose wasn't long enough. That goes into the jerry can. Jerry can is steel tight. The vacuum is going to go on the air nipple for the jerry can, and that'll create a vacuum and a mercury system that'll actually drag the oil out of each cylinder. We're going to try and get as absolute best as possible, as much as we can out of each one, to the point where we won't foul the plugs when we try to start it, because we are going to have to start the car to burn the rest of it out. There's also probably at least like a quart, if not more, in the exhaust system as well, so that's going to be a little interesting. So this is probably going to end up being just like that clip I showed you guys last time when it failed the first time. And there's not really much else we can do about it, so we're going to try this now, and hopefully we can get most of it out. Alright guys, so now that we did the vacuum, it actually seemed to work out pretty well. We got most of it out. The jerry can is right here. I'm going to kind of show you guys just exactly how much came out after we already took a lot of the bulk out when we just spun it by hand. But like, that is quite a lot of oil to be in your cylinders at any one time. Like, damn. That's got to be at least like, what, 100 mils, 200 mils worth of fucking oil?
At least.
So yeah, so that's pretty much where we're at right now, and yeah, we're gonna probably get new spark plugs. I have to get those tomorrow because everything's closed now, but probably get new spark plugs. I'll try and see if I can just fire it the way it is. Just put the gaskets back in, put the valve cover back on, all that stuff. Put new spark plugs in, and just see what happens if I fire it up. If it runs great, if it runs like shit. I know it's gonna smoke because we obviously know that as we were rotating the engine, we were opening and closing the valves, and that was dumping oil through the exhaust valve into the exhaust system. So I'm gonna have to burn a lot of that off as well. It's a good thing that I actually have a shop in like middle of nowhere, so I can let the car idle outside and just kind of do its thing and just drive it around here. Hopefully we don't end up having to actually pull the engine out. That would be wicked. If we do, like I said, not a big deal, but it'd be kind of nice just to not have to do that and just kind of replace a couple small parts. I am probably going to do a CCV system delete because this thing is just a big pile of shit. So I'm probably going to run some kind of one-way PCV check valve with like a oil catch can somewhere and kind of just separate the oil and air that way and maybe vent it to atmosphere or try and keep it as a vacuum unit so I don't run into any check engine lights. So that's kind of where we're at right now, so I'm probably going to wrap the video up, like I said, because there's not really much we can do other than kind of what we've done so far. But I want to thank my buddy Mike again for helping me push this piece of shit into the garage because it was an absolute nightmare. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.